is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
It's so scary.
I'm going to attempt to run across that, the Irish Sea. I'll need to train harder than I've ever trained before. Working with an elite team of specialists.
Keep driving, keep driving!
Can I conquer the sea and find a way to walk on water? Can I become the wave runner? The team gathers to finalise tomorrow's route across the sea. I can't travel in a straight line, so starting in Donaghadee, I'll head southeast to the centre of the channel. Then when the tide turns, I'll travel northeast towards Portpatrick. It's an estimated 28 miles. So it's time for bed. Tomorrow is the biggest day of my life. This is it. My Wave Runner team have done their job, and now it's time for me to do mine. Welcome to my home for this challenge. Finally, it's time to get started.
Here we go.
Despite the fact it's dark, conditions are perfect. There's not a breath of wind in the air, and I can feel myself really pushing through the water.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm calm.
Brilliant, Lindsey! Fantastic!
I'm feeling really strong.
She is absolutely flying.
I managed to cover 2.5 miles in my first hour, and as the sun rises, the world wakes up to my Wave Runner challenge.
Blue Peter presenter Lindsey Russell is planning to make the journey in nothing more than an inflatable ball.
She's zorbing across the Irish Channel. Follow Lindsey's progress at bbc.co.uk.
Thank you, and pass on our best wishes to Lindsey.
For the next hour, I managed to ride the tide and force myself out into the Irish Sea. I've now covered 4 miles, and I'm starting to find my rhythm. And all that hard work is already paying off as I'm treated to the most stunning sunrise I've ever seen. This is beautiful. But it doesn't last long. I've still got a lot of work to do. Every hour I stop to take on fuel, which also gives Greg a chance to check on my health.
Course is good, pace is good. You're just having to work that little bit harder to keep it. That's the difference, mate.
But everything that goes in has to come out.
So I've done a wee in my wetsuit.
Okay, too much information. After 4 hours, I've gone 8 miles, but we have a problem.
It feels like I'm in a balloon that's gone down a little bit.
What it looks like is actually the zorb's deflating.
If the ball keeps losing air, it could put the whole challenge at risk. Our only option is to inflate the ball at sea.
That's it. Better.
Thankfully, it works.
Well, she's 6.5 hours in, so it's about 13 miles done. 24,000 uphill steps. This is where she starts to question whether she can make it or not. So she's done a lot, but she's got an awful long way to go.
The conditions have changed since this morning. The wind and waves are much stronger, and I'm struggling to keep my balance.
It's just pushing me over. It's pushing me to the left. Oh.
This is so tough, but I've got to keep trying. 15 miles in, and I've reached a critical moment in my journey. The tide is turning and should start pushing me towards my destination of Portpatrick. But over the next hour, the wind increases and the waves just get higher. It's taking all my strength to stay upright. I'm so frustrated. I know I have to beat these conditions to stay on track.
It's too slippy.
After 16 miles, Greg calls me in for a crisis talk.
Your pace has been amazing from start to this point, but the problem is that those tides are just really quick today. And with the combination of that and the wind, it's just pushing you in the wrong direction. This is tough, really, really, really tough, okay?
Are we just not going anywhere?
No, we are, but we're going in the wrong direction. So we're not going where we want to go, okay? This has got nothing to do with you. There's not many people as brave as you, let me tell you that.
I'm running out of time, but I'm determined to get back on course.
I never thought I needed help before.
Pushing me around.
The extra effort is agony,
Thought that I could get by myself.
and the waves are impossible.
Now I know I just can't take it anymore.
I manage one more mile,
And with a humble heart on bended
then I hear the words I'm
begging you,
dreading.
please.
Greg tells me to stop.
Come on, let's get you out, let's get you out of there, let's get you out of there.
Are you sure we can't just keep trying?
Mate, the tide simply won't let you get to shore, that's the problem. It fundamentally becomes too dangerous to be out there.
I can't believe it's over. I've been at sea for 9 hours, but I have to accept that I can't make it to Scotland against the tide. I'm devastated. I did manage to walk 17 miles across the Irish Sea, but it just wasn't enough. As we head into Port Patrick, I'm feeling gutted, but then everything changes when I see a crowd. The town has come to show their support and cheer me in, and right at the front is my dad.
Well done, you. So proud of you.
This means the world to me.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
This has been the toughest challenge of my life. And in the end, although I didn't quite make it, I'm so proud that I never, ever gave up.
I hope it's inspired you to get involved for Sport Relief, and most importantly, I hope it's shown you it's just about having a go. It doesn't matter how you get to the finish line, just have a go. Need a hot bath.
This is the Diga di Luzzone, and on the face of the dam is the world's tallest man-made climbing wall.
That is so much bigger than I thought it was going to be.
There are over 650 climbing holes from bottom to top of this massive concrete structure. From above, the dam looks huge. From the bottom, it's immense.
Right then, see you up there.
Here we go. So my biggest concern is that I use my arms too much at the start and I don't have enough energy left for the finish.
You ready, Radzi?
Let's go.
For the first few meters, there's a handy ladder. But as soon as I reach the first hold, there's no turning back, and now it's all down to me. The climb is multi-pitch, which means it has 5 different sections, all about 30 meters long. We'll stop at the end of every pitch before attempting to climb the next. The holds are just like indoor climbing holds, only there's a lot more of them.
So I'm now as high as I've ever been on an indoor climbing wall. So now I've got to go this times maybe 7 or 8.
30 minutes in, the first pitch is done, and I know what my view is going to look like for the next few hours.
And now look, what is to my right? Concrete. What is to my left? Concrete. What's beneath me? A lot of concrete.
But there's no time to hang around. On the face of the dam, I'm completely exposed. The sun is directly above us. It's hot and it's sapping my energy. There's still such a long way to go.
It's amazing how lonely you feel.
my mum were here, she would not be happy. She'd be screaming, saying, Radzi, be careful. Well, Mum, that's what I'm trying to be. After a few more holds, that's another pitch done. I can safely clip in and have a moment to rest and take stock. Yes. Now you can see this part of the wall. That's straight, that's off to the side. So this pitch goes diagonally left. And from what everyone's saying, this could be one of the more tricky parts to this climb. So this is time to focus, time to regather my thoughts, regather my energies, and give this one the beans again. I've been climbing for over 2 hours. It's far longer than I've ever experienced, and my arms are cramping up. This makes everything so much harder. As my body starts to fail, I begin to question if I've really got it in me to make it to the top. The last few meters have really taken their toll, and at the end of this pitch, I'm completely exhausted. That was all types of bad.
Well done, Radzi.
But there is no way I'm giving up now.
You're going to try and lead this pitch?
I'm going to try and lead it.
Yeah, good one, Radzi.
Oh, come on. Come on, Radzi. With less than 30 meters to go,
Right.
I'm taking the lead. I felt fresher, I'll be honest. My arms are tired. My legs are tired. I'm pushing myself beyond what I ever thought was possible. I've been on this dam for almost 5 hours, and the end is in sight. There is no stopping me now. Let's go. Oh, yes! I can't believe I did that. I've never been so scared in all of my life. The amount of times I just wanted to give up, I thought I couldn't do that. My arms have got nothing. Oh, they've got absolutely nothing left. Every part of your body is telling you to stop, and you've just got to keep on going. I feel on top of the world right now.
Welcome to the Swiss Alps, the home of my mountain marathon. I've been set a challenge. Can I race for up to 17 hours, covering 110 kilometers of climbing up mountains and skiing down them? I'll have 6 months to train and prepare before being tested like I've never been tested before.
So tired.
This is the story of my mountain marathon.
This is so scary.
The race I'm hoping to take on happens here in the Swiss Alps and is called Patrouille de Glaciers, or Glacier Patrol in French. People say it's the equivalent of doing 4 marathons back to back. Now, I can ski, I've done that since I was 5, but since I left school, I haven't run more than 2 miles in one go. Now, I had to prove that I had it in me to take on the toughest team race in the world, and that wasn't easy. Just getting to this point has been an incredible journey, and now it's nearly time for the race. We'll be attempting to cover 110 kilometers of uphill climbing and downhill skiing in the colossal Alps range. We depart from the town of Zermatt at 9 p.m, climbing through the night, hopefully arriving around 17 hours later in Verbier. The Swiss Army are in charge of things, and along the way, they've set up a series of checkpoints and time limits for us to reach them in. Fall behind at even one of them, and we'll be disqualified. It's time to find out exactly why people call this the toughest team race in the world.
My heart is beating very, very fast. Positive thinking.
The only thing that makes me feel a little better is that even 5-time Olympian Graham is looking nervous.
9 o'clock.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 6 months of work. Now I've just got to do it.
And here begins my mountain marathon. We have 3 hours to make it to the first checkpoint at Schönbiel, or else we're out of the race. And with 15 minutes to spare, we've made it.
Right, get wrapped up. More clothes.
But it's getting seriously cold and seriously dark. At the point where my body is telling me to go to sleep, we're about to face the steepest and coldest climb of the race. I've got a feeling the next few hours won't be pleasant.
Still going strong.
I need my mind to forget how hard my body is finding this, but somehow in the dark and -10 temperature, that mental battle seems all the harder.
The problem with it being dark is it makes everything a little bit scarier. But the good thing is we can't see where we're going, apart from just the little space in front of us, which I think is a good thing because I think we've got quite a long way to go. Oops.
We're on the single highest climb of the course, and my fitness training must be paying off because we're on time. But I'm starting to find it tough going.
Feeling it now. Tired. This was never ending.
As we approach the Tête Blanche checkpoint, it's 2:15 in the morning and -15 degrees C. We've been going uphill now for over 5 hours.
Tired.
Sleepy tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night, isn't it?
The prospect of skiing downhill in the dark with tired legs is petrifying.
Okay, remember, if anyone falls, you just shout, okay?
Yeah, fine. Take it early first. All right.
Wait, no, that's...
Nice and slow. All right.
Yeah.
Take it super steady to start, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I've only skied in the dark once before. Back then, it terrified me. But at this early hour of the morning, it feels 10 times harder. This is my view. And this is the kind of mountain I'm having to ski down.
This is probably, without a doubt, the craziest thing I've ever done.
I knew this would be tough, but I didn't know just how tough. What's making it harder is trying not to crash into other racers.
Whoa, easy, Tiger.
And eventually, I do fall.
My bottle.
I'll get a bottle.
What was that?
That was a rock.
And it's totally dented my confidence.
I'm so tired.
Graham is doing his best to keep my spirits up. But as we near Arolla, the halfway point of the race, my legs are tired and my self-belief is shaken.
I've never been this tired in my life. I don't know if I'm tired physically or just because it's 4 in the morning or something. I don't even know what the time is. That's already the hardest thing I've ever done. Oh, I feel like crying over here. That's really hard. Just hope I've got enough energy to keep going.
With 8 hours of racing ahead, I'm just not sure I can finish this.
The descent took a lot out of Lindsey now. I think eating's the main thing.
The halfway point is a chance to get some hot food. And for breakfast today, it's beans, which is strangely comforting.
I'll be honest, like, if this was the end, I'd just be absolutely shattered, and the fact that I've still got to go 8 hours is a bit terrifying.
Graham and Graham are doing their best to keep my spirits up.
We just sort of keep it together and keep the pace steady now. We are going to make it, aren't we?
Really
we are going to make it.
Yeah.
Come on.
I want to just stay here and eat baked beans. And sleep. I want to sleep and eat baked beans. Maybe some cheese and pickle.
Smile, Lindsey, smile. Come on.
So after just a 20-minute break, it's time to set back off on another uphill climb. At 5:20 in the morning, the sun rises, and that really helps to lift my spirits. Climbing in the dark meant we couldn't see how truly beautiful our surroundings are. By 7:30 a.m., we'd nearly climbed the Reed Matten Peak, and this is what we can see. However, at the top of Reed Matten, my positivity is severely tested. We're in the shade and it's freezing cold.
So cold.
You're too cold.
It's so cold. I can't feel my left hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just shake it. Give it a real good shake.
Ow, ow, ow. Hurts.
Hand on the rope, a bit slippy on the rock there.
Over the ridge, as we make our way down, I fall.
It's all right, I'll got you. Don't worry. Just slide down. Sit here. Slide down. Slide down. Stand up on your feet.
I'm trying.
Yeah. I'll be honest, throughout my training, the phrase positive mental attitude has been used a lot. Right now, that phrase seems like a foreign language. I'm cold, I'm tired, and I'm tumbling down a mountain. Staying positive is almost impossible.
You can do it. Come on. Hold on the rope.
Whoa! Joke.
Good effort, Lindsey.
Good job. How was that, Lindsey?
Absolutely terrible.
At 9 o'clock in the morning, after a brief section on the flat, we're approaching another massive climb. After 12 hours of racing, so much of me wants to give up, but I have to cross the finish line. To get through this is going to take every ounce of mental strength I have. I need to forget about what's gone before and just concentrate on putting one foot in front of the other. Put simply, just keep going.
Whoa.
At 11:30 a.m., the end of the last big climb is in sight. As I near the peak with the support of everyone around me, I know I've completed the toughest part of the course.
Awesome. Totally awesome. Great job, Lindsey. Pretty cool, right? Come on, great job.
Yeah, outrageous.
I'm so happy we made it to the top.
The climbing is over, but we still have to make our way downhill to Verbier. It's a long ski on very tired legs.
That was the biggest wall that I've ever had to just push my way through. So I'm proud of myself, but I think what's getting me through right now is chocolate and Graham, to be honest.
We won't let you quit.
How long's left?
Time-wise,
Yeah.
we'll be in Verbier in 2 hours. But it's mostly downhill.
Yeah.
Right then, time to get skiing and finish this race. A whopping 17 hours and 110 kilometers of racing from when we started, we've made it to the end. Waiting for me on the finish line are my mum and dad.
Just an amazing achievement. She had to sort of go to depths she's never been before in terms of her own character.
fantastic to watch as a parent.
Stunningly.
It's just unbelievable.
Fantastic.
This event is one of the toughest endurance events that there is. And to train up for 6 months and then do it is just, it's mind-boggling, really.
The last 17 hours has been the best and most difficult experience of my whole life, hands down. Nothing I've ever done, I'm going to cry, has ever been that. And nothing's ever... Oh my God. No, I said I wasn't emotional. What I've just done has been the hardest thing I've ever done, but also the most satisfying. And I'm really proud of myself for doing it. Even though I thought it was impossible, it just goes to show if you think something's impossible, you should just go out there and have a go, because actually you might surprise yourself and you might end up making yourself really proud. So yeah, go do something scary.